Canva class, boom, you guys are here for Canva. Let's talk about Canva. We'll do some basic stuff, so we'll kind of get you up to speed on where everything is. The tough part is they keep moving it. Like they just moved it again on me, so now I'm gonna teach it on the fly. Designs, right? Help save you some time, show you some stuff that I think is pretty valuable. Sounds like we all know what Canva is, right? There's the free version, there's the paid version. It's user-friendly design platform. I mean, before Canva, what did you guys ever use Photoshop? Oh my goodness. Back in the day, so my parents, commercial real estate brokers, I'm from upstate New York, and I was their marketing guy. I was the one in the front desk at their office that was like literally in Photoshop creating their mailers back in the day, which they killed it in, by the way. Like people would hold on to those things for years. And that was where I kind of got my start. But oh my goodness, it's kids these days, right? It's so easy with what you can do now with Canva compared to Photoshop. And we'll kind of share some of that stuff. It's cool. So Canva, I think for us in our industry, it's a no-brainer either for us to have access to it or someone where we have, assistant, virtual assistant to be using it and helping us if our brokerage isn't doing it already. Free versus pro. Free's great, right? But they're always going to kind of hold you hostage with all this cool stuff that's pro, right? So you can see free versus pro, $13 a month for the price, in my opinion. If you're going to use any of this stuff, it just makes sense. Just to have access to so many more designs, templates, and all that other stuff as well. Okay. Getting started, pretty straightforward. Create your account, set up your profile, explore the dashboard, and then try your first design. So let's just get into it right here, right? So here we are, Canva.com. Okay, they completely rechanged this layout. So what you can see here, first time at Canva, left-hand side is going to be your toolbar. You can see here I've got saved presentations here. You can star them. You can save stuff and put folders and organize it as you soon build all this out. Recent designs. I'd say the fastest way to get started, though, I don't know how you guys do this, but at the very top, if I'm going to create something, I pretty much choose what I want. So you can see here from left to right, Instagram posts. You can see here because that's a popular option. Sheets, which we'll cover in a little bit, that's brand new. Canva has implemented basically their own version of Sheets, which is neat because you can use AI to create the sheets for you and even add like images when their whole concept is let's create beautiful looking spreadsheets, which not really a concept, I believe, until now. So I think that's one thing that they have that, is something different than those other AI platforms out there. Docs, whiteboard, presentation, right? You can create presentations like I did in mine. More social media, photo editor, video for editing, because they do have their own editing platform. And then print. Has anyone printed anything through Canva? No t-shirts yet? Okay. Business cards, simplest form. And then website. Okay, you can create your own websites, landing pages. It's a little funky. It's a two-step process. You create the website, and then you can have it and it works, but if you wanted like a form in there for someone to contact you, you basically have to use another platform, such as, for example, you can do it through Google for free, and you can have a Google form in there, but you can basically embed the Google form into your website and have that as well. If you want like a quick and dirty landing page to have someone basically fill out a form. Okay. In this scenario, let's just get into it right now because I know Ben is on the clock here and needs this design. I'm like you guys. So here's the deal. I said this a moment ago, but ChatGPT about a month ago came out with, they basically took their AI image creation and brought it light years ahead from where it was. Okay. You can see here, like Ben was just knocking these things out. This is like the current, you guys have probably seen these all over social media. This is like the current trend. I'm still personally creating all of my images and content within chat. And then what I do is I download it and then I bring it over into Canva because I still think chat, just in my experience, is better. Maybe that will change someday. I know Canva is trying to compete, but it's darn good. I mean, I was teaching a marketing class in Boulder, Colorado a week ago. Let me see if this pulls up. But I said to the agents, because none of them had seen it yet, I said, hey, let's just create something right here in Boulder, Colorado. And I said, all right, give me downtown Pearl Street in Boulder from a drone view, aerial perspective. What did I say? Can you create Boulder, Colorado, realistic shot from a drone, and then have an image in the foreground pointing at the buildings in the background? Okay. And it said, cool, upload a photo, which is also cool because not too long ago, you try to bring in your headshot or something, and it would do a terrible job trying to recreate you. And I think it's getting there. So there it is. I uploaded a quick headshot of myself, and not bad. Obviously, that's not me, right? But it's getting there. And I showed this to the Boulder agents, and they were impressed. Like, yeah, that looks like it, right? So currently right now, I think now and moving forward, I'm still going to create my content, my images, whatever, flyers. And then I'm going to bring it into Canva and use it, right? So here's the deal though. When you bring any sort of image or anything into Canva that you want to edit or create, I think like thumbnails, right? Brief thumbnails, images, stuff for flyers. I'm going to have AI create it for me, right? I'm going to go through those prompts. Then I'm going to download it. And then, depending on what its purpose is, right, we need to first step one is what are the dimensions of that? What's that going to look like, right? If it's for, you know, a YouTube thumbnail, right, I usually already have a template created and I just add to it. That's been my preference. You can see here, like on the left-hand side, I've got 2025 UK, you know, 4K YouTube thumbnails, or I've got Instagram Reel thumbnails. And within these projects, I have pre-created template, right? And this is just how I do it. I created this a long time ago, and then I put my image within there. And it's already set up to those dimensions, and then I can just download it and then upload it for that platform, okay? But usually for me, like thumbnails and video content, I'm gonna put it in this folder for this year and then add it in. Yeah, there's Ben, look at that, boom, we're open. Let's go, okay? Or if it's just maybe a random one-off project, like Ben's like, hey, can you quickly fix this for me real fast? I would go right here and click upload on the far right-hand side. So I can just click upload and just have it stay within its current dimensions that it is, right? So Ben just sent this over to me, and let's just bring it on in and edit the image, okay? So here it is, it's uploading right now, and it's gonna add it and save it into my account. But the way I like this Magic Studio, you're all using the Magic Studio and all that, cool. Okay, so going through the Magic Studio, the way that images work when you bring them in is they're flat, right? There's no layers to them, so it's hard to edit certain things. The coolest thing about Canva is they came out with Magic Studio last year, and it can automatically detect and pull in layers of these images and automatically pull them out of the image so that you can now edit them, change them, remove them. So for example, let's click on this one. Let's click on Magic. Go back. Let's click on Magic. Grab text. Here it is. They moved it over here. And let's open it as a design. Now it's automatically using AI going to try to detect and find all of the text. For the longest time with all this AI stuff, it would try to spit out an image and add text to it, and it would spell everything wrong. So this was kind of the way to fix it. You can see here it's pretty darn close though. Ben, I don't know if you caught this one right here though, Real Producers Awards.
Yeah, some of the other ones are misspelled, I'm leaving you.
Okay.
I did that on my images too.
Okay, right?
Yeah, I honestly don't care.
So that will happen, right? But look at this. Now, all I did was I just grabbed that text, and now look at this. Ready? So AVI, right? It should be awards. Boom. All right, there we go. Fixed it.
And what did
Sorry,
you
don't
put
cry.
open what?
I just clicked upload image.
Yeah.
I just create boom, and then I just open this as a new file, as a new template basically, and then now I'm just editing it. Okay. Now the Magic Studio, they kind of hide it on you. It's not very obvious. I think hands down, it's what I use the most in Canva for any sort of image editing is I click on the actual image itself, right? So look I'm not clicked on it. When I put my mouse on the image and I click it, up here top left is that edit button. And that's where all the great features are, right? So we click on edit, boom, and then all of those editable features pop out, and now we can make those changes. All right. So for example, let's see here. I think Ben just wants a quick @ symbol on this. So I'll go down and grab text, and I could grab this right here, Dumb Blonde Realtor, grab that. And
That's her name, by the way.
Yeah, but I think the @ symbol will help so people don't think we're making fun of her. Right?
Yeah, right.
So then all I'll do is I'll just put a little @ symbol in the front. Boom. Okay. But what's neat about this is like if you didn't like the way this looked or the style, you could highlight it, right? I could highlight it all really quick, and I could change the size, the coloring, the text type, all of that. And now that's all doable, which is neat. All right. So that's done. Cool.
Deal, because I keep asking ChatGPT to fix it.
And that's the problem.
You're not doing it right.
It'll screw it up.
Correct.
And that's what I realized, and then I got pissed, and I was like, I don't understand why I'm just telling her like do this or do that, and then it makes it even worse.
I agree. So we've all been down that road. So I think you hit it with one prompt. It gives you what you got, and you're like 90% there. Don't try again. Download it, bring it into Canva, and then just change out those things, right? What's also neat is I'm going to send this back to Ben here. You cool with that, Ben? Just a quick little @dumbblonde realtor thing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Okay.
I might have you edit if I'm getting misspellings. I might have you.
All right. Cool.
Honestly, I can just do it.
It's impressive though how accurate this text is, because as you know, a month ago it would all be messed up. I would be like, use less text. Don't use text at all,
Right.
because you can't get it right.
Yeah.
It's come so darn far.
And then come through Chinese, like here.
Yes, 100%. Here's the Chinese.
The font too.
I mean, look at the Chicago title of Colorado. I mean, look at that, dude. That's impressive. Okay, so then how do we download? How do we export, right? So top right corner, we click share, okay? We could then right here click download, boom, and then it gives you options. What's the file type you want? The size, we can leave it alone, right? You can compress it, you can do anything you want. Ben, I'm guessing this is just like a JPEG or a PNG. It's a PNG file, cool. So I'm just gonna download it, and then I'll just send it back to you here, and then we're done. Okay, I want to show you guys some other stuff though with another example. So we'll just go like this. One, boom. Okay. Ben, I'm so glad you have a Mac. Coming your way. Benjamin Gaz. Boom. So while that's airdropping to him, I want to give you another example. So let's upload something else. Let's go back over here and let's remove this. Let's say I want to make a thumbnail. Maybe I'm Bree and I want to upload a video to YouTube. What I'll do, if you're starting from the very beginning, right, just search or ask it, what do you want, right? YouTube thumbnail. We could test the AI on this. Let's go for it. So I could literally, this is where it's at. Canva AI, brand new. They just launched it literally last Monday, and we're exploring it together right now. YouTube thumbnail of downtown Colorado Springs from an aerial drone point of view that looks realistic with mountains in the background at sunset. I don't know. Let's see what it does. See how it goes. I don't know. This will be the question of, do we use this, or we just go back to ChatGPT?
What I've also been doing is uploading my 60-second or less videos into ChatGPT, and they write me a script from this. I was telling it, like, the topic is this, we discussed bullet points this. Now I'm just uploading the video, and she writes a whole thing for social media.
Is in the video that you upload into chat, it's reading it and it's working? That's cool.
I just did that the other day because I was like, this is not leverage, me telling her with the video to write a creative looking social media post.
Yes.
So now, because I have it in my Google Drive, edit and mess with it and whatever, I'm just uploading it and I'm saying, study the video and write me a social media post based on my personality, what I'm wanting to convey. It's usually a little bit sarcastic, funny, this, that, and she does it.
And you share the Google Drive link with the video?
Yeah.
I love that. Because I haven't tried in a while, but for the longest time I was trying to upload video files into chat and it wouldn't read it. It was like having an issue.
It does.
Right? So then so that's a good tip for all of us is Google Drive. Right.
So just go and upload anything, a photo, a video, data point, analyze like the graphs that you made earlier this morning.
Which, by the way, is right here. Add from Google Drive. Yeah.
I don't know. I've just been poking around with it.
Sure.
So it's
pushing Google Drive.
which is interesting though, because competitor of theirs, another AI platform, is Notebook LM. Have you guys seen that? So we'll just hit that real quick, because like I said, as much as the Canva class, it's really like, how do you get to the finished product class? But Notebook LM is a Google product. It's ChatGPT competitor. But what's cool about Notebook LM is I could create a new notebook, I could upload a file, or the reason why I like it is it's owned by Google, and Google owns YouTube. and you can copy and paste YouTube links of videos into it, and it can read it, it can transcribe it, it can, it can do anything you want with it. Whereas, for example, with ChatGPT, if you try to copy and paste a YouTube link in the chat, it doesn't work. It says, I don't have access to this. So if you're ever doing anything where you need to download or get information on a YouTube video, it can summarize it for you, which is cool too. It's too much, I know. Head's exploding, right? All right, let's back off a Notebook LM. Go back, okay? Bring it back to Canva. All right, so here we go. Images, let's take a look. Downtown Colorado Springs, pretty darn basic text. I feel like, yeah.
His knows better.
Yours is like.
Well, he's in Canva. What were we in?
That's right.
That was in Gamma.
That was in Gamma. That was in Gamma. So let's just pretend it's this one, right? You know what? I mean, just looking at this off the bat, right? I feel like this is where chat was like a year ago. And look at the text.
It's beautiful, in my opinion.
There we go. There we go. Now we're getting pickier. If it was
got the spelling is screwed up, of course.
If this was me a year ago, I'd be like, this is fantastic. But now I'm like, it's gone up. That's right. That's right. But look, so I literally took the YouTube thumbnail to heart and actually created a YouTube video. You can see the bottom, right? Okay. So I'm probably going to stick with my process, which maybe is the same process for you all, is I would actually, if I want to design something, I'd go to canva.com and I'd get out of this Dreamlab, which by the way is where it's their AI version where you can kind of create anything. Here's why I made my mistake. When you create the image, you want to choose your aspect ratio, so you want to understand, right, what's my plan before I just go ahead and make this thing, right? Is this going to be for YouTube or Insta or wherever? Is it going to be a square? That way we have it set up properly from the very beginning, okay? They do have styles in here too. I've messed with these before. It goes deeper, right? You can mess with all that stuff as well, okay? So let's go back though. You could start a new template. Once you have one going, like I do here, you can see here I've just got like this ongoing YouTube thumbnail template, and I just add to it as I go. So I'm just gonna scroll to the bottom. I usually start a new one every year. But look at this. Let's go, now let's just mess with it. Let's go over to chat. Let's take that same prompt, okay? Get out of here, go back here, and just see what they do. Create a realistic drone aerial view of downtown Colorado Springs at sunset with mountain views in the background. Pretty simple, okay? I think chat usually takes a little bit. Oh, they're going to give me 2. Look at this. Let's go. While it's making that, once it's downloaded, did you get that airdrop? Did it roll through to you? Yeah, cool. Okay, done. We're going to exit out of this one. But in theory, if I was happy with this, right, I could just click edit, and I could start grabbing things. I can even do magic eraser, magic grab text, which will roll through here in just a second so you guys understand all of these. But let's see what's going on with chat. It's doing double work. While it's doing that, let's share with you what some of these can do. You can, from right to left, you can do magic expand. So say, for example, you have an image. Let's say, like, delete this. Let's say I've got, shoot, man, this Canva class, actually, when I made this one, that'd be a good example. I had an image that I downloaded from ChatGPT, but it was a square, and I needed it to be a rectangle image. So what do you do in that scenario, right? What I did was when I created it, I uploaded the image into Canva. Here it is right here. And this original image was only a square. But what I did was when I uploaded it, I clicked on the edit button and I clicked on magic expand. And it automatically fills in the remaining space that is blank.
I could have used that earlier.
You use magic expand at all?
No, you taught me the image enhancer, which
Okay.
helped for my logo because we made it in some stupid program years ago.
Yep.
Actually,
Did it?
enhanced it.
I'm glad you used that.
Yeah.
I feel like I shared that one. I was like, no one's going to use it.
I listen.
All right, so here's an example, right? So let's mess with this. It's probably going to screw it up, but let's go for it. I didn't ask chat to give me this in like a 4K, right, dimension. So it gave it to me in a square. Does this look at all remotely real or no? What do we think?
I think so.
Which one do we like more, left or right, A or B? right? Okay, right? Okay. Okay, we'll download this, Springs, sure, cool. So this is my process. I'll download that one. I'll let it know that I like this one. Thank you, chat. Okay, go back over here to my blank canvas, scroll to the bottom. Okay, I'm kind of curious what it's gonna do. And the way I do this is I just drag it in. You could file, you could upload the file. We could click that here. And then it should be, I usually have everything just saved on my desktop. Springs, here it is, okay. From left to right, just quick overview so you guys understand this. At the very top, right, this is your toolbar. This is your design. This is where when you're starting from scratch, you can choose what is my pre-created template for something, for anything you wanted, right? So it's already showing me templates for anything. Let's type in, I don't know, let's type in real estate agent, right? Okay, and you can see here, boom, look at Olivia, 2 thumbs up, let's go, right? Or we can go back and say, I don't like that one. And it's gonna give you 1 million of them, right? Let's type in, I don't know, open house. Okay, let's see what pops up. And these are just templates for this specific style of dimensions, right? You could choose a flyer option and get different templates for flyers. You get different templates for different types of thumbnails. But the point is this thing is packed with stuff. Right? All you got to do is just ask it what you want. Anyone using templates?
I love templates. What I need to figure out is brand colors.
Okay.
And how to make them as a setting in there. You don't have to do that today, but that's on my to-do list.
Okay, we'll cover it. So below design, where you actually pick your template, is elements. All right, and this is where if you wanted to add anything to an image, you can see here. What have I recently used? I've used lines and squares. And the reason why was because I was creating this. I got a client who's got a piece of land. Look at this. We had him for a little land deal. I'd made this for him yesterday. We were messing around with it. I know it's not the prettiest looking thing in town, but we took an image of Google Earth and then we took his lot and we started filling things in with it. And we started drawing lines and circles. Right? We had to get the In-N-Out burger on there. Right? So I guess if you have a land deal, this is how we would do something like this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know?
People pay a lot of money to have that made.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of commercial programs do that kind of stuff.
I reminded him of that. Hey, I said, you know where to send this title order, right? In the next 10. Now, here's what's cool too, guys, like just kind of taking this one level deeper, was he asked me, he said, hey, I'd like to have this thing and then let's download it as a PDF, right? But how cool would it be if it had clickable, each thing as a PDF, you could click on the images and it would take you to more information on that image. So that's another feature. Holy shit there. So that's another feature, right? So look at this. This is a clickable, I could click on these different things that are hyperlinked, right? So here's this proposed Highway 49 project. So I'll show you. So I know he's presenting on this today, but say he wanted to click on the proposed Highway 49 project, he can click on that. It will open up a link to that or whatever it is. In this example, it was a PDF document, right? So Rodeo Dunes, boom, what is that? Let's click on it. Well, here's Rodeo Dunes and then information on that. So it's actually very easy to do, and just a quick little tidbit for you guys on how to do that is within Canva, anything that you have as text or an image, again, go back to the core beginning. You click on it and then you can edit it. So let's say here, Rodeo Dunes, this image. Right below it, you can see down here these settings. There's an edit pencil icon and all these things. But originally, if I didn't have anything In-N-Out burger right here, I click on this. If you click on these 3 dots and click more next to it, okay, you can click on down here, link. And you can add in the link for that image. And when you have it as a document, it's a clickable image. So I know I'm getting off on a tangent here, but that's how you do that.
That was a good one.
Okay, we like that tangent. Cool.
Did you grab the background
Cool.
image from Google?
I did Google Earth.
Google Earth.
Yep, so I did Google Earth, and then Google Earth completely free. It's you go online, and I typed in the address, took a big screenshot of it, and then uploaded it into Canva.
Canva
Canva just amazes me because I started using it when it first came out, and you had to literally use an eraser, do all this kind of stuff, and it's over. Now we just do this.
Oh yeah.
It was so much work.
Oh yeah. I mean, how about just, I mean, I know I share this like every time I talk about it just because I'm so impressed. But I used to be like I was the high school yearbook like editor. And oh my goodness, right? Like to the simplest form, let me see here, headshot.
My son uses Canva. He runs the yearbook at school.
Yeah, but he didn't have it hard like us, right?
No, it's
Do you, I mean, the lasso tool, you know how long it would take you to lasso around?
That's what I'm
Right?
talking. Yeah.
I mean, that right there is worth its weight in gold.
It is.
Right? So let's just cover, I think everyone, right, quick refresher, we got to know this one. This is hands down, I just love it. Any image, right? Let's just say anything you want to remove the background, right? We highlight that image, we click edit next to it, and we choose that very first option, BG remover. Oh my goodness, look at that. Back in the day, that was a 1 hour lasso tool, right? I used to have too much time in my hands, you know, and I used to like get images of myself skateboarding on the Great Wall of China, and like that was like the coolest thing back then. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so back on track here. Let's take that image that we had from ChatGPT. You can see here we just dragged it in and uploaded it. Here's that image, right? Let's mess with it. Okay, so you can see here I'm just kind of expanding it to the full vertical dimensions and centering it. And here it is centered in on this screen where clearly it doesn't fill up the entire space. I'm gonna click on the image, I'm gonna click on edit, and working from far right in the Magic Studio is the Magic Expand button. Okay, so Magic Expand, I usually just have it go to the whole page, click on it, click Expand. I have no idea where it's gonna take this. This would be a complicated one for Colorado Springs for an image like this, but let's see what it comes up with, right? Truthfully, for something like this, I'd go back into chat and I'd say, hey, redo this with 4K dimensions. But if it was something else.
It's not bad, honestly, because if you put text
True.
over it or something else,
True.
like your headshot of it, people aren't going to look into it that much.
That thing just made that image?
Yeah, expand it out from square.
I love what that
Ben
is,
approves.
right?
Ben's back.
But it made it.
Yeah. Not
It
Canva.
expanded it. Yeah, correct.
ChatGPT made that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this.
What?
Right there. That's how good it's getting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because then that's licensed, like that's your picture.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about
Exactly.
things getting all mad.
Exactly.
This is wild.
So look at this. It gives you 4 options, right?
Every day I'm on it.
This one's got water in it, you know. So I'll go back to the first one.
Pretty good.
Okay. Cool. Done. And I agree. You're totally right, Bree. Right? We could fill it in. We could add some text.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Other features, though. All right. Magic Edit. This, I don't know. Let's mess with it, right? Magic Edit is, do you want to change something in the image to something else? I don't know. What could we do? Let's change one of the buildings, right? Change this building to a black building. Same version of it. I don't know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush over this building right here. Okay, bring down the size, brush size. Let's just highlight it and grab it. Okay, and then click generate. I don't know how I would use this for real estate purposes, but you could change something in the image.
Could you, yikes.
That looks like the old BG remover.
Could
That's kind of how it went.
you also add, or you can only like change things?
Good question. Good
I just wonder
question.
if you could like just at random add a squirrel like in the middle of the road.
If I were to add a squirrel, I'd go into elements, okay, and I'd just type in squirrel,
You're right.
right? That's how I do that.
That's more
You want a graphic squirrel or an image squirrel, right? Yeah, there's your squirrel,
realistic squirrel.
You need a real.
right?
You have to background remove
Anything.
that.
Exactly, you get it. Yep, squirrel, edit, BG remove, and then there's your squirrel, right? Yep. Okay, there it is. Cool. Moving on here, back to this image. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, that's probably the least AI one I use out of all these. Let's go into another example. Let me remove this. Let me just go back since I have it here. Let me grab that boulder one. Here it is, me, boulder. Bring it in. Okay. It's uploading. Here it is. Okay. I'm just going to expand it again.
Maybe it's just telling you you have a brother you don't know about that.
Yeah.
It pops that in there.
Hey, you know, it got the shirt right. It's getting there. Okay. We were messing around, you know, Ben and I are actually, we were joking, we're gonna throw an ice cream social. It's gonna be called Ben and Jared's. So I was messing around with chat, having it make like Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Let's see, is this it? All right, look at this. Look at Ben and Jared's.
That is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, so I took it off of that image, right? I was trying to make it. It made me balder, and like you kept messing with it. And it was kind of screwing it up.
Kids are worse.
Yeah, I know.
Start messing with it. It's,
Right.
I know. It's like that first one is good, but it's trying, right? But same deal, right? Like if I want to download this title, sure. Okay. First, I'll show you this one. This is kind of cool though, because watch this. I want to put the real version of me and not the AI version of me. Again, click edit. Okay, now though, let's do magic grab, which is like magic text, but now it's actually going to grab different layers and try to define them. You can grab them out and then delete them or move them. So I'll just click on it, right? Click on this. Okay, here I am, AI version of me, grab it. It's now pulling it out. And then I'm going to remove it, and then I could just, right, I can move it over or just delete it, okay? Now, of course, we're stuck with that behind us, but all we would have to do is upload a headshot of ourselves or whatever you want that to be to cover that space and just pop it in, right? Boom, load it, edit it, BG remover it, have it fill in that void, and then you're done, okay? So that's how I would do something like that, okay? You know, obviously make it work. Maybe we want to add a little bit of, anything in here, right? Again, we can type in anything for graphics, images, you get it. Choose your category. Everything is in here, okay? Down here, text. Next option down, right? Tons of stuff, right? You've got different font combinations, different styles. You can also just pick something and then change it later, right? All the colors are editable. Everything's editable, okay? That is a whole thing within itself. Bree mentioned brand kit. Okay, so you can create right here your brand, the premium feature, but this is where if you're constantly creating stuff that you want your logo and your certain brand colors and stuff, this might be a good spot to start where you upload your images, you add your brand colors. The best way to do this is to figure out their actual like hex number, which is that long number for your colors. You probably get that from your brokerage, or if you are the brokerage, right, make it up. Fill that in, and then what's cool is moving forward when you're like designing stuff and stuff, you can click like the brand button and it can like flip it to your colors. I don't do it because our brand colors are yellow and black, and I don't find that very exciting, so I don't really use it. Other than the logo, right? Obviously we have the logo here, so we get that, okay? Same deal though, colors, fonts, brand voice, photos. I know some brokerages are very picky about this stuff, so that's where I would fill all that in, all right? Next option below that, right, is going to be your uploads, right? All of your images and stuff like that, you get it. As you continue to use it, you can search based off of what the names of those images are. So pro tip, if you use this a lot, and you know you're going to use another image that you're uploading a lot again, make sure you have it named like headshot or your name. That way when you type in your past headshots or whatever, it pops up.
Jared, what's it called with all the colors? What did you call that? The
Brand kit.
Well, what's the name of the color?
Oh, I made that up. Color hex code, I think it's called. Oh, I was right. All right, cool. Yeah, hex code. You know, I was a high school notebook yearbook editor.
You can Google, like, find a color you want in anywhere, like even in this, say, tell me the hex code, and it'll tell you that, so then you can start
That's what I'm
putting
doing
in the
ChatGPT.
Is that what you're doing?
With a logo, I'm asking ChatGPT, can you give me all the hex codes? For
Like
this?
if you know you want to use the dolphins blue, what is the hex code for dolphins blue?
Yep.
And
Yep.
it'll give you the hex code.
Look at that. We're all
That's
working.
what I was trying to do.
We're all
I
working
could
together.
ask it. I didn't know what to ask it. It's
Right.
called a hex code.
Hex code.
Look at that. There we go. That's how we figure out our hex codes.
So then you can build that brand. So if you do have like a real estate flyer or something, you're not, you know, you could have it done in 5 seconds instead of 3 minutes.
Yep. Boom. Right. Here it is.
Which used to take a whole day.
Or you email the title company and be like, hey, can you make me a just sold flyer?
Right.
When I first started in title, that was like
Right.
a huge selling feature.
Look at this.
In a marketing
Yep.
department.
Look at this, guys. Here's my hex code.
All right.
Number F9BA1F. Boom, right? Go back over into Canva. Okay, go back to my brand kit. Boom. I'm in the wrong
I mean,
one.
you'd have to hire a marketing company to tell you what the exact color was.
Yep.
Okay.
Or how else you would do it.
Now you just
Yes.
paste it. There it is. There it is. Boom. Cool. Save it. I got my hex code. Thank you so much. Now I got a hex code. Done. All right. Moving on. Brand voice. I think this is new. Describe your brand's unique personality and how you communicate with your audience. Wow, your voice is an important way to attract people to your brand.
You just have to get in here and play.
You got to get in here and play.
It's not about-
Yeah, that's the problem. I know.
I don't know how you two have young children, because I'm like, there's not enough hours in the
We stay up.
Can't sleep.
We
at 1 a.m.
stay
This
up.
is all
We know. No, Ben. It's funny because Ben and I are texting and it's like midnight, and it's like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm messing around with Canva. What are you doing? I'm messing around with Gamma. Otherwise, yeah, you're running and gunning, right? Down here, tools. Look at this. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't even clicked on this before. Right? I see all this stuff. I don't know why I would use any of this when I can
Would
just
you use
have it
the
over here.
mapping that you did?
I guess I
Like in your-
could. I don't know, but what am I going to do? I don't know why I would use that.
Sticky notes.
You know, what am I going to do? I think this, right, if you...
Sticky notes is cute.
I could see how this would be beneficial because you can have people, you can share your templates and have teams and stuff, right? And maybe
Cover thing.
you're like a real marketing company and you're trying to like add notes or give feedback back to someone, or you're giving it to a client, right? Maybe that's why you're using that. Okay, cool. Down here, projects, you're going to see your past designs, your folders, your images, all that. Last but not least, it's hidden on you, but it's important, and that's the apps down here. And they keep adding stuff to it, right? Instant access to your creative assets anytime. But there's a ton of things in here. You can see here they've added some stuff, AI voice. So for those of you, like, you know, if you're doing anything with AI voice, they finally have that now for video editing. Charts, right? Which I don't know if I would use it because I like another, you know, I got like gamma.app, right? I would just use it for that. So this is where it's like, which stuff do you use, which stuff don't you use?
ChatGPT has all these apps too, and they're amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
I used the QR code a couple of times.
Do you?
I created a link tree.
Yep.
So then I put that QR code on my business card
Yeah.
or my son's race car.
In this
This
QR code down there?
Let's type it in. Fastest way to do it, right? We'll do it here in just a sec. What I want to show you though is,
Sorry, Jared.
no, you're good. Like Bree captions. I don't know if they improved the captions last week for video editing. So now, I don't know if you've messed with it, but now you can add the captions, and you can also do like karaoke style. There's more flexibility now where they're trying to compete with CapCut on the captions. Okay, so that's good to know. What else? Let's type in QR. Yeah, I mean that's a fair usable one. I've definitely used that one. Look at this. Holy cow! These are all the QR code apps. All right, which one do I like? I don't know. How about this one, Gen QR? Some of these are free. Some of them they're free up to a certain point, right? Don't do what I did. I used like a third-party website to create a QR code, and I think I paid. Or no, I think it was free, and it was free for a month. And then I literally used it, created it, put it on my business cards, had the business card shipped, and then like 30 days later, they're like, hey, this costs money now. It's $120 a year. I'm like, what? And literally my QR code stopped scanning. I couldn't believe it. Such a scam. Don't do that, okay? Use the one in Canva. Make sure it's free, okay? All right, cool. Sweet. They did, right? But it's as simple as this, right? You want kind of a cool looking QR code. All right, milehighTitleGuy.com. What color do I want? Sure. Some of these, let's see if this one has it. Yeah, some of these you can upload your logo, right? So you can put your logo usually like in the center of it, make it look a little bit cooler. Okay, right? We'll throw a logo in there, add it to the design. Here we go, right? Okay, so obviously I'm making this quick, but right, then you could have this, download it, right? I probably wouldn't create a QR code in a 4K YouTube template. I do it in a square template, of course, and then download it and have it. Okay? How are we feeling? I know, I'm just spitballing ideas here. Okay? What else? You can see here, these are some of the AI apps that I have. AI Image Gen, I stopped using that because now I just use ChatGPT. A lot of these are done. Image upscaler, Bree had mentioned this one. Shout out to Bree. Image upscaler is cool if you ever have like a grainy image or old logo or something. You could bring that into Canva, and this app is called Image Upscaler, and you just upload the image to it, and it will automatically enhance it using AI. Okay, that's cool. That's super cool. Okay, so those are a few that I've liked. One that I want to show you is, let me go back. They got Logo Maker. Logo Maker is an interesting one because we'll do a lot of events. We do one event. We're gonna bring it down here, but it's called the Rhino Real Estate Open, and it's in Rhino in Denver. And I literally had Canva create a logo for it just to make it like more of a cool looking event, and it did a pretty darn good job. So I've messed around with making like little logos and stuff like that as well. Okay, getting back on track here. Back to the slide deck. I want to show you guys a few more things. Dreamlab. So look at this. Boom. Let me just share with you some stuff, right? If you wanted to, and again, this will be a preference, but you can design your own flyer. So I said, look, create a social media post for my new listing at 317 Cook Street in Denver. You can see it's there, right? Obviously just made all this up, right? But then you can start to take this and design and customize it. Or do you go the other route? Do you just start off in Canva and pick a template and just upload the images in the text?
That's my limit of Canva so far, is I've done flyers in there.
Totally.
And that's it.
Totally, and that's great.
As far as I've got.
That's fantastic, right? And they
It
made
does, it helps.
they make it easier for you because they give you those templates which are visually appealing, which I think a lot of us struggle with. I struggle with. Exactly. Exactly. And then question, do you download it or do you then send it out through Canva? Because Canva offers direct mail as well.
I've downloaded
Okay.
it and had it printed, but
Okay.
yeah, they will do that as well. I
Okay.
saw that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll show you that too. Canva's got a whole print section over here, right? Anything from business cards to, apparel to stickers. One thing that's cool about this is if you just wanted like a one-off sticker, like this one right here, it took me so long to find somewhere, it was years ago, where I just wanted like one big sticker, and Canva can do it. Canva can do it, right? You got everything that you can print, right? It's a smart move on Canva. It's just a great segue into making more money for them. Okay? All right, let me show you a few more things here. Let me go back to this slide deck. Okay, cool. AI-powered image editing, all right? Okay, it's gonna make that, yep, it's gonna change it, cool, but we all decided we're gonna use ChatGPT. Magic Write, Bree, is this what you do? You use Magic Write?
No.
For like your flyer or for your newsletter, right?
I just have a template. I bought the template newsletter with instructions that feeds into ChatGPT. So I have to go in and pull new listings, days on market, whatever.
Okay.
Feed it that, and then I ask it to look up events downtown in the month of May, so I can put something.
Good for you. Put me on your newsletter. I want to get this thing.
Yeah, I love my newsletter. I've had great response from it. So.
There's this agent that I work with at Compass. He sends one out every single week. His name's Andrew Goldberg. And he has a full-time assistant who literally just does it for him. But he will legit he'll get clients off of his newsletter because it's so good. It's a little bit of real estate stuff, a little real estate tip, events, things going actually on that like people care about, concerts.
I feature new businesses.
Yep, he does the same thing. Yep.
Listing in my office, home improvement tips, local events.
Oh yeah,
So it's not just.
You got a nice competitive newsletter there.
Yeah.
Well, Canva also has Magic Write. Okay, so what this is their version of, hey, create something for me, whether it's a newsletter or it's a flyer, an email, right? And you can use their Magic Write feature to have it fill it all in for you, and then add some image to it and some different effects and creativity to it. So that's that if you ever wanted to use it, or just continue doing what you're doing. Okay, batch content creation. Have you done this one?
No.
This one's interesting for certain reasons, and I think they just improved it and made it even better. But yeah, so this one's kind of hidden. I don't know why they hide it on us, but it's an app, and it's called the Bulk Create app, all right? And what it can do is it can take, you can download the app, it's free, and it can basically take data and information that you have and then quickly make copies of that template, different versions of it, to a mass amount of numbers, right? So how it works is you download the app. It's called Bulk Create, okay? Should be right in here unless they moved it on me. Let's take a look. I'll go home, I'll go apps. I think they actually keep it. Yeah, it's a featured app now, right? How it works is you upload or manually enter the data to quickly create hundreds of personalized designs. Ooh, upload it from their new Sheets platform. Look at this, nice. Or you could upload a sheet or enter the data manually. And then what it could do is it could make multiple versions of that in case you wanted to repost that. So the one example, the one idea I had was like, what about if you wanted to do like client reviews, you know, and every once in a while sprinkle in little testimonials and stuff. You could upload your spreadsheet of, you know, the person who left the review, the testimonial information, and even an image, right, that could be tied into it. And it would automatically rinse and repeat and create a new image with a new testimonial on it from that person at mass scale, okay? So what does that look like? Because we're all visual people here at Canva. Is I fed it that data, I uploaded, just copied and pasted in my testimonials, and it started spitting out, right, little testimonials real quick about me. Obviously, I only did 3, but you could go to scale with this concept, okay? Okay, cool. Bulk Create, moving on. AI-powered video editing. AI-powered video editing. So this is their version of basically creating a video for you using AI and you not doing anything. So what did I type in here? I'd said, create a listing video for 123 Banana Street in Denver, Colorado. Again, just messing with this here. Now, what it asks you to do when you do this is you'll type in the prompt and it wants you to add at least 3 files to create the video. So in theory, you would upload those images, which I don't think I did. But it will automatically try to throw something together for you. So Brick Beauty in Denver. Oh, I did throw in some random images. Okay, obviously this is really bad, but I'm curious to see where this goes. All right, because all these AI image editors are getting better and better. So now what you're looking at within Canva is the whole video editing part of it, which honestly, truthfully, I don't use. For those of you, we've been to other classes, I teach CapCut, which I like more. But they're truly continuing to improve the video editing in here. Bree, remind me again, why do you do long form videos in here?
Because it's easier for me to edit versus CapCut. I just prefer the mobile friendly on my phone. CapCut is quick and easy.
Got it.
If I'm early for a doctor's appointment, I can edit it.
Got it.
For the long form that I do with my lender, when we do educational videos that are 3 to 5 minutes,
Yep.
it's just visually it's easier for me to like lay it out.
Got it.
And see it that way.
Personal preference. Cool. Okay. This is nice, resizing your content, and they just improved this too, is now with images and stuff for the longest time, like you had to keep it in templates, but you can resize as well. Like say I wanted this and, oh shoot, now I want this to be a rectangle and no longer a square. You can click this resize button and you can resize it to different dimensions that you want. And it will try to resize it and fill it in for you. Okay, so let's just pretend these are all squares. Let's go custom size. Let's go 3840 by 2160, sure. Okay, it will actually take the entire file, like all of those, and try to resize them over into a new dimension, okay, and fill it in.
I've been doing it on download.
Okay.
When I go to download, because the YouTube banner pain in the butt to get just right.
Oh, I know, I've done that, yeah.
Kilobytes or gigabytes, it's freaking out, so I had to put in custom numbers for it to then bring it down.
I know what you're talking about. I remember dealing with that. Sucks. Yep.
Touching it again.
Yeah, don't touch it. Totally cool. Yeah, and then that's a quick little kind of final thing too, right? Share. We know the download button. You could share a link. You can print with Canva. You can go and present it. And you can even present and record, which honestly I haven't messed with yet. That looks like a new little feature. You can turn it into a website. So Canva just keeps adding all these things. A lot of them it's quietly added over the months that we don't even realize is there, but it's there. Okay. Hit me. What you got?
I have an off-the-cuff question.
Go for it.
We have our buyers and sellers consultation on Google Slides. It's completely irrelevant that I need to do this, but I wonder if I can transfer those slides into Canva and make them more animated and visually pleasing. Do you know a way to do that? Like, it's not top of the list for me at the moment, but I just was thinking, I have a Zoom meeting with a buyer next week from out of town. And it's just kind of boring to look at like what I'm swiping over with market stats, but if something were able to be animated, do you know, or have you played with that? Transfer portion.
I've transferred files before because I've done Google Slides. And the move is you download it as like a PowerPoint file, right? Or PDF, I guess. And then upload it into Canva as a presentation, correct? Yep, so like you go here, you click on presentation, create new presentation, right? And then you could upload your presentation from scratch, and then bring it in. And then you've got your presentation in Canva, and you can edit it, and you can add to it and change it.
And you can present it same as you can Google Slides. So
correct.
I'm on Zoom, she's up here in the corner, but my whole screen is...
Right, yeah, you want to present it as a full screen, correct. Yep, I've done that before actually with some of these slides. Or another crazy idea off the cuff is, I mean, you're happy with the way it looks and all that, or you want to make it more enhanced?
I'm happy with the way it looks.
Okay.
I just was thinking, like, if something could pop out, like the stats, it would like filter in versus just being a stagnant image.
Oh.
I just, again, it's not a moment. I'm just curious.
Because my other thought was going to be use the one we talked about this morning, gamma.app, upload it into there, right? Create new. And just upload it. Whoops, go back. And then choose presentation, right? You could upload this file, right? Import from Drive, upload file. Look at that. Upload a PowerPoint. It's even pushing you to do that. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I'd be kind of curious if you did that, what would happen?
Google Drive, isn't that right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Google Slides,
Yeah. Yep. And then have it turn it into its own. I mean, it could change. You saw what we did. You know, it could change it and alter it however you want. So again, kind of pick what you want to do. All right. Okay, let's see. Get out of this, bulk create, get out of this, get out of this. Okay. All right, finishing it out. Last thing I wanted to show you guys is if you do want to, like, I still honestly need to somehow find time to do this. But you can see here they added all of this new stuff in Canva. If you ever want to explore they had like 20-something new features that are all like AI related last week. Top left corner, just so you see where I clicked. When you open up Canva, right up top right, it should say see what's new. And then it will start to show you all the things that are new that they've added, okay? Oh, you don't have that? Go back. Canva.com. Home, top right.
On the,
Like Facebook profile.
I don't have any of that.
You don't have this?
I don't have the...
Do you pay for
You get the pro version?
But my lender was also telling me last week maybe I need to like log out and log back in, which I was like, that could be deadly because I don't know.
I wonder if they're slowly releasing it then.
Potentially.
Huh.
I just have to see what's coming.
Okay.
So maybe I'm not privy to the new stuff.
Some stuff, I was watching some YouTube videos on all the new stuff that they released. This one, like photo editor, now with a click of a button, like if you had a photo in the foreground, it didn't really match the AI background. You can click on the photo and change it and have it match the background. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, I know we're getting in the weeds here, right? But like lighting, it doesn't look like it matches. Now you can make it match further, right? Okay.
It's got a thing on there coming soon. Transform data into visuals.
Yeah.
What? Oh, that's cool.
They'll go, that gamma is what that
I mean,
does.
if you're just on home,
That would be
In Canva that's coming?
that would be something to mess with. So look at this. Here it is. Here's Canva Sheets. Look at this.
That's interesting.
I might just try to.
Welcome to the new world of Sheets. I think this might be the one thing they got going for them that no one else has yet is like beautiful looking AI sheets, I think. Look at this. All right, welcome to the new world of Sheets, where data is delightful and designed cool. So you can add people, add dates, drag and drop. What else can you do? Rows and columns, formulas. Now you just tell it to do what you want for formulas. I still need to explore this. Create a 30-day social, I don't know if I'm doing this right, social media content calendar for me as a real estate agent. I don't know. No? Actions.
Doing it.